Milk Minute.
Have you ever wondered how they measure the distance between the Earth and the Moon? Or the distance across a large ocean? Or even the height of Mount Everest? These are inaccessible distances in which direct measurement is not possible. This problem can be solved by indirect measurement with the help of trigonometry. Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics which plays an important role in the field of sociology, navigation, engineering, and many other branches of physical science. Now, one of the most essential topics in trigonometry is trigonometric ratios. There are six special ratios, namely sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. These ratios, when applied to a right triangle, relate the lengths of the sides to the sizes of the angles. These are special measurements of a right triangle. By mastering the mnemonics Sakatowa and Choshakao, you'll surely find excitement and fun in studying this lesson.
You are listening to SDO Isabela Radio-Based Instruction.
Learning never stops in Math Eskwela, your school on air.
Your partner in achieving fun learning experiences. Let's listen, enjoy, and have fun in learning mathematics. Stay tuned.
Hello, my dear grade 9 learners. I hope you are all safe and happy despite the challenges we are experiencing brought about by this pandemic. Speaking of happiness, let me share to you the mathematics of life. Life plus laughter times love minus hate is equal to happiness. Did you get it? We are back for the fourth quarter lessons. This is your school on air in Mathematics 9. I am your radio teacher for today. Just call me Teacher Roberto. Are you ready to take off?
Yeah!
If you can still remember, you were given problems involving triangle, similarity, and right triangles and were able to solve them, right?
Yeah!
That means that you are very much ready for this episode. But before continuing, I'd like to share you some words from an anonymous person. Triangles we are, connected, inspire one to inspire another. So, stay tuned, be connected, and inspire one another as you listen to our lesson in illustrating the 6 trigonometric ratios. In a right triangle, we can define actually the 6 trigonometric ratios. Consider triangle ABC. We will use the convention that angles are symbolized by capital letters, while the side opposite each angle will carry the same letter symbol, in lowercase. In the said triangle, we let theta represent angle B. Then, the leg denoted by small letter A is the side adjacent to theta, and the leg denoted by small letter B is the side opposite to theta. From this, we can define trigonometric ratios as the values of all trigonometric functions based on the value of the ratio of sides in a right-angled triangle. The ratios of sides of a right-angled triangle with respect to any of its acute angles are known as trigonometric ratios of that particular acute angle. Get it?
Yes, sir.
The 3 sides of a right triangle will help you to understand this better. Hypotenuse is the longest side. Perpendicular to the angle is the opposite side, and base is the side adjacent to the angle. Continuing, we will use these 3 sides to determine and illustrate the 6 trigonometric ratios, namely sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. For sine of theta, sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse Cosine theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. SOHCAHTOA is a mnemonic used for remembering the equations. For the other three ratios, we have cosecant theta, which is equal to hypotenuse over opposite, while secant theta equals hypotenuse over adjacent, and cotangent theta is equal to adjacent over opposite. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Notice that the last three ratios are reciprocals of the first ratios. By applying algebra, we will be able to show the connection between the following functions. Cosecant theta equals hypotenuse over opposite equals 1 all over opposite over hypotenuse equals 1 over sin theta. Secant theta is equal to hypotenuse over adjacent is equal to 1 all over adjacent over hypotenuse, which is equal to 1 over cosine theta. And cotangent theta equals adjacent over opposite equals 1 all over opposite over adjacent equals 1 over tangent theta. Can you follow?
Yes, sir.
You might be wondering, why do we need to know these trigonometric ratios? Some of the real-life and significant applications of trigonometry are measuring the heights of towers or big mountains, determining the distance of the shore from the sea, finding the distance between two celestial bodies, determining the power output of solar panels at different inclinations, and representing different physical quantities such as mechanical waves, electromagnetic waves, and the like. In the future, some of you may land into a job similar to these mentioned real-life applications. Just bear in mind the primary trigonometric ratios. Sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse or SOH or SAW. Cosine theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse or CAH or Ka. Tangent equals opposite over adjacent or TOA or TOA. Cosine, cosecant, and cotangent are the reciprocals of sine, cosine, and tangent. Always remember the mnemonic called SOHCAHTOA. At the case of consecant theta, secant theta, and cotangent theta, notice that these ratios are just like the reciprocals of the trigonometric ratios sine theta, cosine theta, and tangent theta respectively. Just remember, cho, sha, kao. Choshakaw. Wherein, cosecant theta is equal to hypotenuse over opposite is equal to 1 all over hypotenuse over opposite is equal to 1 over sine theta. On the other hand, secant theta is equal to hypotenuse over adjacent is equal to 1 all over hypotenuse over adjacent is equal to 1 over cosine theta. While cotangent theta is equal to adjacent over opposite is equal to 1 all over adjacent over opposite is equal to 1 over tangent theta. Again, we have the cho, sha, kao. Now class, what can you observe with the two sets of our trigonometric ratios? Is there any relationship you see? That's right. The first set, which is our SOHCAHTOA, is the reciprocal of our second set, the cho, sha, kao. Cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sine theta. Secant theta is the reciprocal of cosine theta. And cotangent theta is the reciprocal of tangent theta. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, my dear learners, let us try the following examples by applying the concept of the trigonometric ratios. Given the right triangle DEF with angle E as its right angle, find the values of the 6 trigonometric ratios of the acute angles D and F. Observe that the hypotenuse of the triangle DEF is line DF and has a length of 17. For the acute angle D, if line EF is the opposite side and measures 15, while line DE is the adjacent side and measures 8, determine all the 6 trigonometric ratios. Therefore, sine D is equal to 15 over 17. Cosine D is equal to 8 over 17. And tangent D is equal to 15 over 8. That is for the primary trigonometric ratios, SOHCAHTOA. Next, let us determine the secondary trigonometric ratio for angle D. We have cosecant D is equal to 17 over 15. Secant D is equal to 17 over 8. And finally, we have cotangent D is equal to 8 over 15. Alright class, so those are the 6 trigonometric ratios for acute angle D of triangle DEF. How about if our acute angle for triangle DEF is angle F? Can you determine the 6 trigonometric ratios? Well, I will leave that as an assignment for you. Is that clear? Alright. I'm sure that you have learned a lot in our discussion for Mathematics 9. I hope that you will share the same enthusiasm on our upcoming episodes. Now, I think you are ready for the assessment part of our lesson. Get ready class, prepare your pen and paper, write your name and your section. Hold on for we will start your quiz after a while. I hope that you had a good time going over this episode. For you to determine how much you've learned, please answer the questions by choosing the letter of the best answer. Are you ready? That's great! For number 1, what trigonometric ratio corresponds to the ratio of the side adjacent to the acute angle in a right triangle to the side opposite to it? A. Sine, B. Cosine, C. Tangent, and letter D. Cotangent. I repeat, what trigonometric ratio corresponds to the ratio of the side adjacent to the acute angle in a right triangle to the side opposite to it? A. Sine, B. Cosine, C. Tangent, or letter D. Cotangent. Next number. Number 2. Given triangle SOC, where angle C is the right angle, which side is opposite to angle S? A. Line SC, B. Line SO, C. Line OC, and letter D. None of the above. I repeat, given triangle SOC, where angle C is a right angle, which side is opposite to angle S? A. Line SC, B. Line SO, C. Line OC, and letter D. None of the above. Let's proceed to number 3. In triangle SCI, angle I is equal to 90 degrees. SI is equal to 20 centimeters. IC is equal to 21 centimeters. And SC is equal to 29 centimeters. Which of the following ratios represent sin S? A. 21 over 29, B. 29 over 21, C. 29 over 20, and letter D. 20 over 29. I repeat, in triangle SCI, angle I is equal to 90 degrees. SI is equal to 20 centimeters. IC is equal to 21 centimeters. And SC is equal to 29 centimeters. Which of the following ratios represents sin S? A. 21 over 29, B. 29 over 21, C. 29 over 20, and D. 20 over 29. And for the last item, number 4, referring from item 3, Which of the following statements is correct? A. Sine S is equal to 21 over 29. B. Tangent S is equal to 20 over 21. C. Cosine C is equal to 29 over 21. And letter D. Secant C is equal to 21 over 29. I repeat, referring from item number 3, which of the following statement is correct? A. Sine S is equal to 21 over 29. B. Tangent S is equal to 20 over 21. C. Cosine C is equal to 29 over 21. And letter D. Secant C is equal to 21 over 29. Alright, that ends our quiz for today. I hope that you have answered them correctly. We will now reveal the correct answers, so hold on class. I know that you are all excited. Let's see how many points you've got. For number 1, what is the correct answer? Very good. The answer is letter D. For number 2, alright, it's letter C. How about number 3? That's it. It's letter A. How about the last number, number 4? The answer is letter A. Okay, and those are the answers for your quiz. Congratulations everyone. I know that you've got a high score. Keep it up, class. If you are done, your output will be collected by your subject teacher during the retrieval and distribution of modules in the designated centers. And for any queries and clarifications, you may also contact your subject teacher. I hope you understand properly our lesson for today. You can continue answering some of the exercises included in your learning kits for your enrichment activities. If you have questions, feel free to ask your teacher. They are patiently waiting for your questions via text message or chat. Don't forget to remind your parents to submit your activity sheets and learning kits on the scheduled time to the designated area in your purok or barangays. Let us thank our scriptwriter for this wonderful lesson, Ma'am Joanne D. Badwa. Before we end the day, may we acknowledge the RBI Math Team, the RBI Core Team, and the whole SDO Isabela for making this production possible. This has been your radio teacher, Teacher Roberto U. Espanyol Jr., signing off. Be safe and Godspeed.
Halina't matuto, gamit ang ating radyo. Pakinggan at unawain, aralin na ituturo. Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon. Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Gustong pagkain ang ating ihain. Ang junk food ay iwasan. Ng isip ay magkalaman. Kumain ng gulay nang di ka man lupaypay. Uminom rin ng gatas at nang ikaw ay lumakas. La 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 la. Kumain ng sagana at nang ikaw ay sumigla. Kumain ng wasto para isip ay maging listo. Isang paalala mula sa himpilang ito. ginagawa sa sulok. Mga bata ay excited, kaya modalities ay implemented para proper education ay mag-get sa SDO Isabela. Walang batang maiiwan, we will learn as one, 'cause in education there is fun. Ang SDO Isabela ay handang-handa na sa edukasyon sa bagong normal. Handang isip, handa bukas. Isang paalala mula sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Taho! Taho kayo dyan!
Di makatulog sa gabi sa kaiisip, damdamin ko'y mayroong lungkot hanggang sa panaginip.
Oh, Berto, di ka ba nakatulog kagabi?
Hindi nga ho, Kuya Pekto. Dala ho siguro ng lungkot ng pag-iisa dito sa bahay. Di ho kasi makalabas dahil sa COVID-19. Hay.
Berto, may 3 bagay na dapat kang tandaan para maiwasan ng lungkot sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Una, alamin ang dahilan ng iyong kalungkutan. Pangalawa, maaaring ipabatid ang iyong nararanasan sa mga taong malalapit sa iyo. Nariyan ang internet para makausap mo sila. At ang pangatlo, ilaan mo ang iyong oras sa mga bagay na ikaw ay magiging abala. Hindi lang pisikal na kalusugan ang mahalaga, Berto, pati pang kaisipan rin.
Tatandaan ko ho yan, Kuya Pekto. Maraming salamat sa payo.
Isang paalala mula sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Mare, baka pwedeng makahiram muna ng pera mo. Pambili ko ng cellphone ni Junior. Malapit na ang pagbubukas ng klase, ngunit wala pa rin siyang gagamitin. Ay, paano na kaya ito?
Naku, Mare, hindi mo na kailangang bumili ng cellphone dahil may iba't ibang learning modalities ang DepEd, gaya ng reader-based instruction, TV-based instruction at modular learning. Hindi lang online learning.
Ay, ganun ba, Mare? Sige, Mare, mauna na ako. Ibabalita ko pa yan kay Junior. Salamat!
Ang paalalang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng DepEd at ng himpilang ito.
Para isip ay maging listo. Isang paalala mula sa himpilang ito.
Mga tropa, dito sa ilog na lamang natin itapon ang mga basurang ito. Total maaano din naman. Oops, saan nyo yan itatapon mga bata? Itatapon namin sa ilog, tita. Nako, mali ang kaisipang iyan. Ito ay magdudulot ng pagkamatay ng mga isda. Gawin na lamang natin ang reduce, reuse at recycle o 3Rs. Ang basura ay ginagawang kapaki-pakinabang at ito ay mabisang paraan para mabawasan ang basura sa kapaligiran. Kaya tara na, mag 3Rs na. Salamat, tita. Ngayon alam na namin ang gagawin sa mga basura para makatulong pa sa kalikasan.
Isang paalala mula sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Gusto ko nang mag-aral, gusto ko nang bumalik sa paaralan. Ngunit paano ang gagawin kung may virus pa rin? Manatili sa inyong tahanan, wag na wag pairalin ang sariling karunungan. Magtiwala sa batas ng inyong bansa at nang ikaw ay hindi nawawala. Gusto ko nang lumabas, pero ay bawal pala ikaw lumabas. Bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas. Manatili sa iyong tahanan para ikaw ay ligtas. Ang Kagawaran ng Edukasyon ay naghahanda na para sa ligtas na pagbubukas ng klase. Mga mag-aaral, kahit nasa tahanan lamang, ang edukasyon ay maihahatid ng may kaligtasan. Isang paalala mula sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon at sa himpilang ito.